Somewhere in your phone right now, there's a message you sent that nobody answered. Maybe it's been an hour, maybe it's been 3 days. And some small, irrational part of your brain keeps checking anyway. That feeling, the checking, the replaying, the did I do something wrong, isn't a modern glitch. It's a 300,000-year-old alarm system. And for almost all of human history, it wasn't overreacting. Because getting cut off from your group didn't just feel like dying, it was, quite literally, how you died. Tonight, the punishment ancient humans feared more than death itself. The reason your brain can't tell the difference between a broken bone and being ignored. And a word invented 2,500 years ago that's still used today to describe exactly what happened to the people who got pushed out. Anthropologist Christopher Boehm spent decades studying nearly 50 hunter-gatherer societies across the world, from the Kalahari to the Arctic, research he compiled in his book Hierarchy in the Forest. And almost every one of them shared the same obsession. Never let one person get too much power. The moment someone got bossy, greedy or violent, the group had a script, and it escalated in stages. First, gossip. In a camp of 25 people who see each other every single day, talk travels fast. Didn't work? Ridicule. Mocking someone openly until the behaviour stopped. Still didn't work? Shunning. No food shared with you. No conversation. No eye contact. And if none of that worked, there was exactly one step left before the worst punishment a human society could hand down: exile. Banishment from the band sat one single rung below execution. And once you understand how ancient humans actually survived, that ranking makes complete sense. Nobody hunted alone. Nobody defended a camp alone. Nobody kept a fire burning through an 8-hour winter night alone. Survival was a team sport. Divided labour, shared knowledge of where water and food would be each season, enough hands to fight off a predator or carry someone home when they got hurt. Remove one person from that system and drop them in the wilderness by themselves, and you haven't just made life harder for them, you've stripped away nearly every advantage keeping a slow, clawless, not particularly strong primate alive on a planet full of things that wanted to eat it. There's a reason it hit that hard psychologically too. British anthropologist Robin Dunbar found that primate brains scale their social capacity to the size of their neocortex, and for humans, that ceiling lands at roughly 150 stable relationships, the people you could actually count on. Everyone in that circle wasn't just company, they were infrastructure. So exile wasn't just losing friends, it was losing the entire support system your brain was built from birth to depend on, all at once. Exile didn't need a weapon, it just needed the group to walk away. Here's where it gets stranger, because this isn't just an ancient problem. In 1971, a West Point cadet named James Pelosi was accused of cheating on an exam. The case against him actually fell apart. The academy officially cleared him. But his fellow cadets disagreed with that outcome, so they invoked an old academy tradition called the silence. For a year and a half, not one cadet spoke to him outside of official class business. Nobody roomed with him. When he sat down at a dining table built for 10 people, everyone else at that table would quietly get up and leave. If he signed up for an intramural team, his name got crossed off the list. He lost close to 30 pounds. By the time he graduated, having done nothing wrong, he'd been reduced almost to a ghost who happened to still be walking around campus. Years later, a social psychologist named Kipling Williams saw a documentary about that exact case, and it stopped him cold. How could simply not talking to someone cause that much damage? So he built a career answering that question. That question stayed with him for years. In part 2, we find out what he discovered, and why your brain never actually got the memo that the danger passed. Part 2 is coming! Subscribe now so you're here when it drops! Comment down for part 2!